Hey everybody, so this is something I'm going to share with you guys. I'm just going to share it. All right. So, why are they perpetuating these wars? Excuse me. So, Ukraine does have some, if not the best soil on Earth. So that is a possible reason why Russia has been so intent on, invading and overtaking and taking control over Ukraine. Is because they want the best soil on the Earth, so they can continue to grow the best type of foods to help feed their populace and keep them strong while the rest of the world weak. Just one possibility. But anyway, let's continue on here. So, however, it has come to me on the two separate occasions that they want our troops or a large majority of our troops away from home, making America more vulnerable for foreign invasion and or terrorist attacks. If these things happened, it's rather certain that a state of emergency would be declared in all states which have been invaded, if not likely the whole country. So in this declaration of emergency, governing powers have even more power, and as I write this, I'm feeling an even more likely possibility that a contrived terrorist attack, like, in my opinion, 9/11, it's not even really opinion, there's evidence, but anyway, like 9/11 could happen, and this would give them the fuel and ammunition they need to deploy troops in our cities and put people under martial law. Again, it came to me a while ago, and I didn't say anything about it because I don't want this to happen. It's like part of me is like, am I being a little too paranoid? But then it came to me again last night, so I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna write it down and share it with you guys. So the NWO's agenda is all about creating chaos and then coming in as the saviors in order to get more of the people's trust. So UN troops could be deployed on our soil, which would be a more fluent demonstration of power as compared to our own troops during this. So UN troops could be deployed on our soil, which would be a more fluent demonstration of power, because I feel it would be harder for them to get U.S. troops to detain U.S. citizens. It'd be easier to have troops from different countries come to this country and detain citizens, because it'd still be foreign citizens. It wouldn't be Americans essentially even enslaving Americans. It'd be easier if you had people from outside countries doing this to Americans. That's why I think they also want the troops out of us. I think a lot of American troops, if they saw this shit going on, a lot of American troops probably don't even want to talk about it, or they do under hushed fucking circumstances. They're aware to a large degree of the fuckery that's going on, and part of them are probably thinking about potentially, some type of a mutinous type fucking movement, which may be needed in order to keep evilness away. Because remember, part of being a military, of serving the armed forces, is defending against foreign attacks and invasions and threats, and also domestic attacks and threats and what you call it, threats. So yeah, it's foreign and domestic. So when you're dealing, that's the problem. How does if a domestic fucking organization like the military has been infiltrated to such high degrees but they're also the ones that are in place to fight against that exact threat, this is where it gets fuckery. This is where, and then they get, soldiers, they also got to worry about losing their pension. They got to lose about, being classified AWOL. I mean, it's very tricky. And I think this is why we don't see more talk from active servicemen, because they're afraid to lose, the money that they get from being a soldier, as well as being fucking blacklisted or red flagged and ostracized by fucking the rest of the world in their life. And even people in their lives are going to look at them like they're crazy. There's a whole bunch of reasons. And this is what's keeping, I think, a lot of them from stepping forward and fighting against the evilness that they know does exist within their own organization. So it's an issue, and I get it. So I'm not, calling them out or anything. I'm just sharing you guys the information that I intuitively pick up on and observe. Excuse me. All right, so let's continue on here. So. So UN troops, could be deployed on our soil, which would be a more fluent demonstration of power as compared to our own troops doing this job. And if a vast majority of our troops were overseas, due to the multiple conflicts, then our countries would be even less able to protect/defend itself from enemies that are both foreign and domestic, as I said. So keep in mind, the majority of the FBI is by many observed to be corrupt also. So that's another nefarious organization that we have operating with our own, that is a part of our own country and our own organization that our taxes pay for, and from a lot of sources are saying are completely corrupt. So it's something else we got to work on. More reasons for militia, just being real. So I could see them having a major role in this possibility too. So, all right, moving on. More reasons to develop a militia and be able to grow our own food, acquire clean, good water, and be able to be able to produce our own electricity, alternative shelters, what's that other word? alternative shelters, and medicine, etc. So vertical farm growing systems, traditional farm growing systems would be able to offer all of us the above essential goods and resources that we need. Yeah, I mean, just by growing our own food, getting our own water, building our own shelters. Through the hemp plants, you can develop your own infrastructure, is basically what I was trying to say. But anyway, I haven't totally finished these thoughts, but I just want to share with you guys what I have so far, and I hope you guys have a good day. All right, love y'all. Bye.